folks, Busby here. I promised I'd get back to doing another package feeding video, so we'll give it a shot here this morning. Now what I have set up here is a 10 frame deep box. We're going to assume your bees are already in here. So you're wanting to feed. There's a couple methods to do this. One of the more popular ones are top feeders. With a top feeder, you want to be sure you're sealed good around the screen so the bees cannot come up and get on the outside of the screen and drown in the water. When you put that on the hive, I want to show you there's two different inner covers here. Most of them come with a notch like this. But if I'm going to use the top feeder, I would rather have a board without the notch. And that's because when you set this down on here and put your cover on, you want that closed up so bees can't come in from the outside. One other way to feed here would be to use a shim feeder laid on top. And now this is a baggie. You want to be sure when you get these, don't buy the real cheap ones. I mean, you got $100 worth of bees there, so don't skimp it. Make sure it's going to hold water. That's water on the outside, by the way, but only fill it half to 2/3 full. You want to lay that down. I like to lay that over the corner because they usually, I don't know, my experience has been they cluster more toward the middle, so if you would get a leak, it won't drip right on the cluster. But once you lay your baggie in there with syrup, you want to take a sharp razor blade, just cut a very small slit in here. Some guys like to get crazy with them, put 2 or 3 in there, but the bees get walking around on top of that, they'll find the syrup and they'll get it out of there. One other way to feed, I'll get that out of the way. We have these. Most of the bee supply places keep them. Get something with a hard container though, because if it's too soft, it'll let air. The package will it'll compress when it gets cold and it'll leak. But you can set that right in top here, or you can even set it over an inner cover like such. And that'll actually close up that whole area there. Only the bees from the inside can get that. Now, if you don't have all that hardware, you can throw another deep box on. Now, one of my bee inspectors showed me this one, and he puts a quail feeder down inside of here. It's down nicely inside the deep box, but when you do this, and you can do this when it's cold out. We installed bees at 20-25 degrees outside. Just crumple up a bunch of newspaper inside there. It serves two purposes. It maintains the heat down inside, and it keeps the bees from building comb up on the top lid. You can go back to here, cover on, outer cover. Now that'll probably feed those bees for a week if you put like a quail feeder in there. Again, if you use one of my least favorite methods, and this is because robbing can become an issue when you set these Boardman feeders in, at the very least, you got to close that down to a very small entrance, and preferably get the entrance on the far side away from that feeder. And I guess that's just a quick rundown. Hope it helps somebody.